Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the October 5th, 2017 special edition of The Breast There Is, The Breast There Was, and The Breast There Ever Will Be Wrestling Podcast. As always, I am your host, Mikey B, WWE. And this show is a special edition because on this episode, I am giving my predictions for the upcoming pay-per-view Hell in a Cell this Sunday. This is Hell in a Cell is a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view show this time around anyways. And before I get into the predictions for the 7 matches on Sunday, I have to mention that my predictions after the last pay-per-view show were 5 out of 7 from the No Mercy pay-per-view show, which brings my overall total to 31 correct out of 56. So my winning percentage is climbing slowly but surely, but I've been on a roll for the last 4 pay-per-views, I believe. And last month the last pay-per-view going 5 out of 7. That's the best winning percentage I've had in a while. So, again, hopefully I can keep that rolling through this Hell in a Cell pay-per-view this Sunday. So on the main card, there are 7 matches. The first one is between Randy Orton and Rusev. Now, these two first fought at SummerSlam in a quick 10-second match, which Randy Orton won. And then Rusev on SmackDown and weeks later in that time has also got a quick victory over Randy Orton. So this one's kind of up in the air, but I feel that Rusev, again, after being on hiatus for a while, and I think they do want to at some point give him a good strong heel push. I'm giving the same SummerSlam prediction, for this show, Hell in a Cell, that I gave for my SummerSlam prediction, which is I feel that Rusev should win in a dirty way. Randy Orton, that way it wouldn't impact Randy Orton's stature as one of the top baby faces in the company, and doesn't make him look weak by losing in a dirty way. And Rusev, it enhances his heel character. So I'm going to go with Rusev winning this one in a dirty way. So Rusev will be the victor between him and Randy Orton. The second match on the card is between fairly new to the main roster, but his first pay-per-view, Bobby Roode, taking on Dolph Ziggler. And anybody that's watched WWE programming in the last year or two would certainly tell you that Dolph Ziggler has become more of a high-profile jobber. He's doing jobs to a lot of up-and-comers or the top guys who are veterans but fairly new to the company. So certainly Bobby Roode, I feel, will build on his early momentum and his impact in the WWE universe with a victory here at his first pay-per-view against Dolph Ziggler. So Bobby Roode will be the victor in this one. The only thing I could see that happening too, because Dolph Ziggler has kind of changed his character, I could see him also winning in a dirty way, but my pick will be Bobby Roode beating Dolph Ziggler. So, yep. Moving on to the third match, it's for the United States Championship between champion AJ Styles taking on Baron Corbin. AJ Styles, I've talked about him on other podcasts. He's easily one of the best in the company, possibly the best in-ring performer right now. So I don't see Baron Corbin taking the title from him. I think that Baron Corbin, I think they're not really too sure what to do with him right now. They want to push him, but they're sort of taking away any of their opportunities that they are creating for him. So I don't know. I just feel that Styles is going to keep his belt because there's been too much flip-flop with the United States Championship in recent months. So it would make sense to have some stability for a while, and AJ Styles would be one of the best people to hold that title for a while. So AJ will be victorious against Baron Corbin. The next one is the first of 2 Hell in a Cell matches on this pay-per-view show. And this one is a tag team Hell in a Cell match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships between the New Day, who are the champions, taking on the Usos. These two teams have been going back and forth fighting and winning each other's titles for the last several months. And this is also a difficult one to predict because they both beat each other numerous times and they both won the titles many times. So it's really just kind of a shot in the dark here. I will choose the New Day to retain their belts and just keep it going forward. This is the problem with having the tag team division split onto each show, which is that there's not many teams to, have different feuds with. So that's what kind of hurts SmackDown, for example, right now. These are more or less two of the only good teams on there. So they're trying to, I think, create some new ones with Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, and other teams. But realistically, these are the only top two on that program at the moment. So I don't know what's going to happen with their booking after this, but I think this will be the culmination of this feud, certainly for a while. I could see them possibly getting in a match at Survivor Series on opposite ends or something like this, but for the straight up team against team for belts, I think this will be the end of this feud for a little bit. Maybe hopefully a new team will come into the mix. So after that long-winded response, the New Day, I believe, will retain their championships. Next match, the fifth match on the card, is for the SmackDown Women's Championship between champion Natalya taking on Charlotte Flair. Now, as most wrestling fans know, Charlotte Flair was off for a while because her father, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, was dealing with health issues for a while, so Charlotte was by his side. This match could kind of go in two directions. One, I think Natalya, certainly one of the hardest working women on the WWE roster, and definitely one of the most talented in the ring. No one would dispute that. She's someone that has been underrated for a long time, and it was nice to see her win this title at SummerSlam. I was very pleased with that. And on SmackDown right now, there's a lot stronger babyface women characters with Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Naomi, to name a few, than there are quality heels. Natalya is one of the best, and I think if she's champion for a little while longer, she can continue this feud with Charlotte, or perhaps also feud with Becky or Naomi again. So there's a lot more possibilities and options with Natalya, and this reign so far has been pretty short. So I'm sticking with Natalya retaining her belt. It might be dirty since she's a heel character. It could be in a dirty way to defeat Charlotte, but Natalya, I believe, will retain her championship. Now, moving on to the sixth match, which is for the WWE Championship between champion Jinder Mahal taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. Leading up to the pay-per-view, I feel that this will go very similar to their last match at SummerSlam. Until Jinder Mahal, the Singh brothers are banned from ringside for any of these high-profile championship matches of his, that will always give him the edge, and I think he will usually retain when those guys are down by ringside helping him out. Even though Nakamura is excellent, he's probably the best wrestler in the company right now. The fans love him. He's only been on the main roster since just after WrestleMania, but he's made such a huge impact, and I know the universe would go crazy to see him win a title. But here's what I think will happen, is that I think he will, but it will be next month at Survivor Series, which of course is one of the big four pay-per-views of the company. Jinder Mahal, I think he'll probably have use of his Singh brothers again with a similar type of outcome, keeping the belt, and then at Survivor Series, hopefully they will finish this feud off, or at least, switch the belt over to Shinsuke Nakamura. Because he deserves definitely a title run, and just due to his popularity and his skills, his top-notch skills. So I'm saying Jinder Mahal will be victorious here, and I think Shinsuke Nakamura will get another chance to win very soon, which I'm thinking will be Survivor Series. So Mahal will be victorious, retaining the belt. And in the final match, the main event, in the second Hell in a Cell match of the evening, is between Shane McMahon taking on Kevin Owens. This is a match that I think is very easy to predict. There's really nothing for the company to gain if Shane McMahon wins this. He's not a full-time wrestler. He's the boss's son. He's kind of old. It would do nothing for him to beat Kevin Owens. It would make Kevin Owens look weak. And clearly the company is building Kevin Owens as one of the top heel characters. I mean, he already is pretty much in that status, but they're certainly pushing him into main event heel status, and he'll probably be there for quite a while. So Kevin Owens definitely should win this match. He has to win this match to keep his heel character looking strong and tough. Yeah, he might win in a dirty way. He's done this certainly before. Just a thought as I was thinking over the predictions for this program. I just had a thought in mind that I could see this McMahon-Kevin Owens feud continuing on beyond Hell in a Cell here. I could see eventually, even after Owens pisses off the McMahon family enough, that he does a battle with Triple H at WrestleMania. I mean, that's just, of course, just a guess, an educated guess, but you could certainly see that happening with, he obviously, Owens really beat the crap out of Vince McMahon a couple weeks back, so you could see that happening if they drew this out for a while. And I mean, Kevin Owens will be on WrestleMania. It's just a matter of what he's going to be competing for and whom he's going to be competing against. But that would make sense to me. And just kind of like Triple H, Shane McMahon, when he appears in these sporadic matches every once in a blue moon, they're usually going to put somebody over who they're facing. So anyways, Kevin Owens is going to be victorious in the Hell in a Cell match. So there you have it. Those are my predictions. The next time you folks will hear from me will be just prior to the Tables, Ladders, and Chairs pay-per-view show in 2 weeks' time. Until then, thanks very much for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe below if you liked what you heard today. Hopefully it's a good pay-per-view this weekend, and my predictions are also very good and correct. So thanks again for listening. See you next time.